Hey, Renetta, come look at this. That juvenile swan's dead.
The die-off of trumpeter swans started 12 years ago.
So it's just to the left of the base of that tree over there.
And for 12 years, Kevin and Renata Sinclair have been struggling to end the carnage, taking place in their own backyard in Judson Lake on the Abbotsford, Washington border.
Oh, it's pathetic.
Absolutely.
They actually starve to death. They can't eat anymore, so they'll either crawl up on the shore where they'll pass, or they'll get, taken out by a coyote, or they'll actually drown in the lake.
The cause? Decades of duck hunting. It's left the lake bottom peppered with toxic lead shot that the birds ingest while feeding. Kevin's recovered hundreds of dead swans from his property through the years, a fraction of the actual total.
They've documented over 2,000 birds. They've found some birds with over 200 pellets that they've ingested.
The lead only became a problem when the lake started to get shallower. Now the swans can easily reach the bottom. For years, the Sinclairs have been trying to get the U.S. and Canadian governments to dredge the lake, but getting both sides to agree on permitting has been nearly impossible. Instead, 4 years ago,
they set up a tower on the U.S. side of the lake, and they manned it 24/7, 2 guys. And whenever the swans would come in, they'd point lasers at them, and if that didn't chase them off, they'd hop in their jet boat and physically get out there and run the birds off the lake.
It helped. Mortality dropped 70%. Then 2 years ago, they abandoned the tower in favor of another tactic. They created an exclosure area by sinking tall poles into the most contaminated part of the lake. Ducks Unlimited helped with that plan.
Often wildlife like wide open spaces. So when they have to move between more confined spaces, they'll generally have a resistance to being wanting to swim through those areas. So it acts as a diversion or like a fence that will stop them from wanting to move into that area.
Is there any more, do you think?
Well, those 2 on the edge there, they'll be dead in a couple of days.
But while the death toll is nothing like it used to be, swans are still dying.
I feel actually quite tired. I feel like, what else can we possibly do to get the ball rolling towards restoration of this lake? Because that's the only way they'll stop dying, is if the lake gets restored.